I need a nigga who wants sardine breezer. I need a nigga who wants sardine with a baggie, nigga with a baggie, with a baggie. Oh yeah. Hey babies, it's Bess, and it's gonna be the first video I make on this channel. I created a new channel, and I'm gonna make a video on why I did that. But this first video is going to be my sugar daddy experience because it was highly requested, and I want to tell you guys how my experience went and how this whole sugar daddy thing went. And when I tell you guys, there was trips. So if you want to know what happened, just keep on watching this video. So I just want to start by saying I'm not naming any names, so I'm just gonna name him Bob. So I came across this video on YouTube, and it was this girl telling her sugar daddy experience, and she was saying this website, and I decided to visit it, but the website was seeking arrangements. And I visited the website, and pretty much I was on it for like a week, and absolutely nothing happened, and nobody said anything, so it was just like, okay, whatever. But a week later, I checked my email, and it was like your profile was favorited, and I was like, So I logged in because I stopped logging in after that week when nothing happened. I logged in, I seen who favorited my profile, and it was Bob. And I favorited back, and it was like, it said like, I'm not sure if it says it's a match or something like that, or y'all both, it says something to you when you both favorite each other. And after I said that, I guess he seen it, and he responded to it. He was like, hello, introduced himself, and I was like, hi, and I introduced myself, and that's basically how it went from that. So after I saw that, we talked a little bit on the app, and then after we talked a little bit on the app, we went ahead and changed it to the messages. And when the messages happened, he was like, oh, I forgot to mention that I did set my settings to Los Angeles because I did not want a sugar daddy in my state, in my city, none of that, because that is a safety hazard. So I put it for Los Angeles. And I was like, I don't live in Los Angeles. I hope that's not a deal breaker or whatever. And he was like, oh, no, that's okay. I could fly you out sometime. And I was like, fly who? Fly who where? So he was like, he could fly me out sometime. And I was a little skeptical about it, so I didn't really feed into that, and we just continued the conversation. And at one point, I don't know what I was mad about, but I was mad, and I did not want to be anywhere in Charlotte, and for absolutely no reason. I didn't want to be here. And so I texted him, and I was like, I'm going to take you up on that offer. Are you still willing to fly me out? And he was like, yes, send me your first name, last name, birthday, just basic information that you would need for a plane ticket. So I sent him that information, although that might have been a safety hazard, but I sent him the information, and literally within the hour, guys, he sent me a picture of my flight information. And I was just like, I was skeptical. I was still skeptical because, like, what? So after he sent me my flight information, my flight was actually the same day. So I found a way to, well, I didn't find a way, but I was like, I'm going to find a ride to the airport. And he was like, oh, no, that's okay. I could cash out you some money to get an Uber there. So he cashed out me $30, and I got an Uber to the airport. Like, I literally quickly packed my stuff. Like, I literally packed almost everything I had in my house. Well, not almost everything, but all the clothes that I liked, and I put it in a bag, and I was like, okay. So I went to the airport, and I got there like an hour and a half early because I was really excited. And once I got to the airport, I checked in with the little paper he gave, like the little thing he sent me. I checked in and gave my flight number, and I mean, not my flight number, but the information that it asks you to give at the little kiosk thing. So I gave that information and put it in, and then they gave me my actual plane ticket in like paper. And I was like, okay, so this is real. This is legit. So after that, I walked through the terminal and stuff, and I went to the first flight took me straight to California. It didn't stop or nothing, so it took me straight to California, and in a couple hours I was there, but like the time is kind of off, so it was already nighttime over there. So I went over there, and I texted him, and I was like, I'm here, my flight landed or whatever, and he was like, he was already there. And I was like, already there, baby, what? So after he said he was already there, I went outside and he was in a pickup truck. He was in like a big old white pickup truck. And when he came out the car, I was just like, this man was not a catfish. Like, he was not a catfish. And I was like, oh God, you looking out, baby. You looking out, because I was so scared that this man was a catfish. But he ended up not being a catfish. And exactly the person that was in those pictures on Seeking Arrangements is the person that I seen that day. So after he came and got me from the airport, we went to his house. His, like, he has this like mansion basically, and the house was huge. And like this pool in the backyard, and the pool had like a little waterfall leading into it. It was absolutely beautiful, and it was huge. And he took me to this room. He was like, this is gonna be the room that you could change in, do whatever, if you want to go grab some food. And I was like, okay, so I changed into what I wanted to wear, and I went to, I remember he was like, what do you want to eat? And I wasn't hungry, but I was really like, really ecstatic to visit Malibu, yo, because I have heard so much about it by YouTubers. I have heard so much about it from YouTubers, so I was like, I really want to actually go to Malibu, yo. And he was like, oh yeah, we can do that. And after I get ready, we walk outside, and I kid you guys not, I kid y'all not, we go to the garage, and it was not the pickup truck that we came where we put basically when we went to the garage, I was like, what are we going to the garage for? And this one I was like, skeptical and stuff. And because I know that when we pulled up, we parked his truck in the front. So when we were in the garage, I was like, but I kid you guys not, on everything I love, this man literally goes to his garage. And I like walk out the front door, and when he's pulling out, this man pulls out in a freaking Lambo, bruh. Like, all jokes aside, the front of that fucking car said Lamborghini. And I was like, Lamborghini? Lambo? I can't even spell Lambo. But he came out with that car. It's like, and he was like, I hope you're not scared. And I was like, what would I be scared of? He was like, because when he drives this car, he drives very fast. And this man was not exaggerating. He was not exaggerating. We was going at least 150. We was going 150, baby. That was, no. But we was driving. And we drove to Malibu, yo. And I'm just gonna say, Malibu, yo, is not all it's cracked up to be. It's not all the hype that everybody makes it to be. So after we went to Malibu, yo, we went to this steakhouse and we ate there. And I always wanted to visit Pepperdine University. So he drove me past it. It was nighttime. I couldn't really go visit it. He drove me past it. And it was like absolutely everything that it was in pictures. It was absolutely everything that it was in pictures. So I was just like, I'm going to visit it tomorrow. So, mind y'all, I was 2 months pregnant at the time. So that's going to be the end of why I ended up leaving California. But after everything we did, we went out and stuff. And he was like, he has a couple houses. Now, if I don't feel comfortable, I could stay in one of them. And I was like, okay. So I ended up staying in the one in West Hollywood, I think. Yeah, I ended up staying in the one, I'm not sure, but it was somewhere in Hollywood. I ended up staying in the one that he has in Hollywood. And I walked into this house, and it was like, it has those lights. Basically, I'm going to insert some pictures and videos. But he had these lights. Basically, they were motion sensors. So every time I like walked in the house, the lights turned on, y'all. The lights turned on while I was walking in the house. And I was just like, and oh, I'm not sure where I was, but I know when I walked outside to go like take a little walk to see California and stuff, it was this wall that it was like a mural. And I remember seeing that in a lot of YouTubers' pictures. And I remember seeing that. I really remember seeing that. I think it was one of those like girl power ones, or I'm not sure what it's called, but it was like this pink little mural that was right there across the street from the house, and there was a whole bunch of people there taking pictures. So I'm not sure if that like tells some people where that was at. But after that, he like dropped me off. He gave me the Wi-Fi password and everything. Of course, he didn't give me the keys to his house, but he gave me the Wi-Fi password and everything, and he drove off, and he was like, he'll see me tomorrow, and you know, we could do some more stuff. So I stayed in the house overnight and I started getting really freaking sick. Like, my morning sickness was on 10. When I tell you guys, I literally spent that whole night throwing up. And that's when I was like, okay, maybe this trip might have to be cut short. But the next day, we actually went to visit Pepperdine University, and we went to look at some dispensaries because I honestly told him I smoked, and we were just like, okay. So we went to visit some dispensaries, and we went to visit Pepperdine, and we got some more food. And I remember we were gonna go to the mall, but I got super sick, so he ended up dropping me back off at the house. And I remember that night, which was my second night there, I was like, I can't, like, I literally could not, like, I was so sick, I couldn't even stay in California. My family was, in North Carolina, and that's why I'm there, that's where I live, so I'm just like, I couldn't do it, so I had to go. But, the day I left was the next morning, and the next morning we went to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, where it had all the stars at, and when we went to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, we went to this little, it was this little store. I'm not sure, but it's going to be in the pictures, where it had like little sweets and stuff, and it had teas and stuff. So that's where we went, and it was on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, like little strip they had. So after that, I had got a tea and stuff, and I was waiting for my flight. And once it got close to my flight, we drove around a little bit so we could get to the airport. And then I remember passing the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I mean, the Hollywood sign, and I was just like, wow. And I ended up flying back to Charlotte that same day. But when I flew back to Charlotte, it was just like so crazy to me, y'all. Like, the seeking arrangement stuff, some people on there are scammers, but some people are legit. Like, I kid you not, this man was legit. Like, it was absolutely the best experience ever. And to this day, I still communicate with him. And oh, I forgot to mention, on my flight back, he sent me $200 on Cash App. $200. So when I fly back, I'm okay. I can get food and everything I needed. And I was just like, what? And that was pretty much the end of that. And I still talk to him sometimes. And if I need something, I'm like, can I get a certain amount of money? And he'll send it. And that's pretty much that was it with that. I really wanted to move to California, and I really think that when I do move to California, I'm still gonna keep him as a sugar daddy, because like that man was rich. Like, he was rich. Anyways, this is gonna be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @adosofbest, Snapchat Beyond Limits, and Twitter at @adosofbest. And thank you guys for the support. And don't forget to subscribe to your girl in my new YouTube experience.